you didn't want that to happen to your team, obviously.
We definitely reminded them of it. Last year when it happened, we talked about it. We played right after them, and it can happen. And we talked about not letting the team hang around because once they start to believe, they can be dangerous. So, we said we have to come out quick and set the tone early, and they did that.
Coach, there's a culture of winning at Niagara Wheatfield. You guys have that target on your back, just like Will North does, just like St. Joe's does. So you're going to get the opposing team's best game. So, what is your game plan going into a game like today, Lockport, where you're supposed to win?
It was kind of tough for us. I wasn't really sure how to address it, but the big thing was to make sure they know you play the same way all the time. Doesn't matter who you're playing. And we told them, this is a game you're supposed to win, but that means you go in and you use it to prepare. You play the right way. You do the things that you're supposed to do, regardless of the score, regardless how the game is going. You stick to the plan.
And we're talking high school kids, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. How do you keep them focused on the next shift, the next period versus a team like Lockport that you're supposed to beat, and not to look ahead towards OP, towards Clarence, and whatever else is down the road?
We talked about that a little bit too before the game, but that's something we talk about all year long. Some of the kids have been on the team, this is their fourth year, some of them it's their third, and we make sure they know that, we won big today, but generally there's no easy game, so you take one at a time. You can never put the cart before the horse. And like I say, you use each game to prepare for the next and to get better for the next day.
And it was a blowout. So the question is, in a game like here, where you're playing a team you're supposed to blow out, how do you keep them motivated, and what do you take from this game?
One of the things we took was kids were really unselfish.
Okay.
We had, Mike LoTempio, I don't think he finished with a goal, but he just kept setting guys up. So it was good to see that, and so that was something that we tried to push was, make sure you stay unselfish, make sure you continue to, get pucks deep when you're supposed to, come hard up the middle on your back check. That's a thing in a game like this that's easy to overlook and forget about, but it was nice to see in the third period when they did get transitions, our guys came back hard regardless of the score. So those are, we just try to impress that on them that, if you don't do it today, you might not do it on Tuesday and it'll cost you.
All season long, you've talked about how you've kind of lacked scoring a little bit. So a game like today where you score 15 goals, how is that possibly like a kickstart?
Well, we hope it is, We have the offensive ability and the talent to score goals. We do a good job of possessing pucks. We do a good job of getting opportunities. We've just done a tough job finishing. And I think part of that, and I told the boys, I said sometimes trying to be perfect can be your worst enemy. And you guys, because you haven't been scoring, you're trying to make the perfect shot. You're trying to put a 4-inch puck in a 3-inch hole when, maybe you just get it at the net sometimes. Maybe you just, so... we've tried to change that thinking over the last maybe month and a half of the season, and our scoring has gone up down the stretch by about, I think it was 1 point something goals, so a little bit, but everything helps.
And then lastly for me, the one team that's been a thorn on your side all season other than North is Orchard Park. So talk about what a possible rematch means to you against them.
Well, they have been a tough opponent for us, and they're always a tough out. But the last game we had 28 shots on them in the third period, and we scored a goal. So we have found our scoring a little bit since then. So if we can play the right way and we can possess pucks in their end and we can control the game, we think we should win it. And the fact that they've been tough for us all year, I think maybe a good thing in terms of our kids staying focused and knowing what they need to do.
I'm sure you're going to stay to watch the next game?
Yes.
I know he asked about Orchard Park, but any thoughts on Clarence or...
I think when Clarence and Orchard Park are both playing well, they're sort of a mirror image of each other. They play a similar game. They both have kids that work hard. They both have similar forechecks. They both will be physical and have strong goaltending, so it should be a good game, but I wouldn't predict it either way, but it's right now with everybody that's left, every game is anybody's.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Going forward in this game, you saw what happened to OP last year against Niagara Falls and, you know, a 2-7 game. What was the message going into this game to make sure nothing like that happened today?
Well, I think the mindset was throughout the locker room was don't underestimate anyone. You know, we don't see them in the regular season, but when it comes to playoffs, usually every team comes out with some heart and they don't want to end their season just like we don't want to. So, you know, we got to go out there and impose our will on them.
Yeah, Wrazin reminded us of that several times, so we just wanted to come out and score a couple goals quick to take the energy out of them.
Yeah, you know, we came out, set the pace early, and, you know, stayed on them all game. And, you know, that's what our coach preaches all the time, and, you know, that's what we did, so.
Yeah, we definitely have had a few slow starts this year, especially lately, so we had to get, you know, right on them early and take care of business.
This kind of a game when you're playing a lower seeded team such as Lockport, you know, they don't. Everything shows that you guys should win this game, right?
Yeah.
Lockport really doesn't have a whole lot to play for, and if they're down early, late in the game, how do you not get caught up in kind of the extra elbows and things like that after the whistle? How do you stay away from the garbage and the bad penalties so that you could, you know, not do something stupid yourself and get thrown out for the next one? This is obviously more important.
Yeah, I think we have the attitude of family first and take a penalty, now someone else has to kill that for you, and it's a domino effect. You know, we got more games to play and we're not here for just the first one, so we like to think of the guys that we're playing for.
Did the coaches have to remind you of that, especially between the second and third? You guys had a pretty comfortable lead heading into the final period.
Yeah, he's always reminding us of everything.
Yeah, I mean, we just, you know, we don't want to get hurt either. You know, we got playing them, you know, we have games ahead of us. So, you know, it's not worth it to get in the scrums and whatnot. You know.
How hard is it not to look past Lockport and get caught in that trap?
Like, obviously, it's like hard to look past them, or hard not to, but like we took care of business quick, so we did what we had to do.
And obviously, you know, Wrazin has said, you know, in the middle of the year, scoring has been difficult for you guys this year. A game like this where you put up 15 goals, do you think this could be a kickstart to even more scoring?
Yeah, I think it was good. Some of our guys that don't usually score a lot got on the board, so I think we've had some confidence issues too, so it's good to get, you know, everyone scoring and at least getting the reps in and working the puck around.
And then lastly for me, possible rematch with OP. These guys have given you headaches all year. You guys tied, and then they beat you in overtime near the beginning of the year. What would you say about a possible rematch against them?
We're excited. I mean, it doesn't matter who we play, really. I mean,
We got one goal.
yeah,
The year.
it's just another team that stands in the way. I mean, I said in the locker room today, you gotta approach every game like it's Will North, whether it's Lockport, OP, Clarence, whoever. And
Chace not dying to hear one.
we're working on it.
Yeah.
We still got
I think
time.
we'll get them.
Yeah.
We'll talk to them.
Chase, just talk about the great game you had today. I believe it was 5 points.
Yeah, I was just looking to pass more today. Obviously, I put up a good amount of points during the year, so it was nice to get other people some goals.
Good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.